Share it out. It's live.
It's live.
Yeah. Yo, what's good, guys? Guys and girls, what is good? Man, was that a show, Bari? Oh my god. Wasn't that a
Absolutely
show?
amazing show, Persona man.
Oh my god. Like,
First
yo.
and foremost, Persona man, I
Yeah.
want to shout you out. Huh?
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
shout you out, man, because you did your thing. Great questions. The research was on point. You was over there, just being poised, acting calm and cool.
Hey,
But yeah, man,
you know how
great
we
stuff,
do
man.
things, man. Listen, you feel me? This is how we is. You feel me? I'm about to share out the stream real quick. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Hold up.
Yes.
Whoops. Crew is live with the continuation of the
Yeah, man. So
podcast.
shout out to Shawn Layden once again. It was definitely a humbling and insightful talk that we had because we spoke to him, Thursday. We spoke to him early before the show, just prepping everything, and just having him answer these questions because it wasn't like any questions that I don't think it would be detrimental as far as his reputation, but we asked him stuff where we're curious on, and he answered them pretty elegantly, man. So definitely shout out to Shawn Layden for showing the What's Up PlayStation crew some love, man. And
Hey, I want to shout, real
saying
talk.
that
I want to shout out the Whoops crew. I mean, I want to shout out PlayStation Nation as a
yes,
whole.
sir.
Yo, y'all in the chat, y'all was hella cool. Super respectful, man. Which
The
I really
mods too,
appreciate.
man.
The mods was
The
on
mods,
point.
I saw some snipes.
The
in the mod.
the mods were on point. You feel me? It was a little arguing in the chat. I seen it, but the mods wasn't having that. They said absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
But yo, listen, guys.
The mod I said, let me push back on that real quick.
So listen, guys, we are going to continue with the show. Bari brought it to my attention after we ended. It's like, yo, man, there was a lot of super chats, a lot of good news this week. So we are going to do the podcast like normal. But I felt like that Shawn Layden interview, that was a good ending point, and I think that was just a really good place to kind of stop and kind of end that segment. You get what I'm saying? But we did not want to end the show and not read all the super chats and shout everybody out and talk about the news, Bari. Yeah. Talk about some of the news. Yeah. So share out the stream again, guys.
Let's get these super chats though.
Yeah. Let's get these supers. Let me go to it real quick. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get all the super chats. Supers. See y'all. I'm gonna start from the beginning. So hold on, guys.
I got the first one.
I got it. Yeah. All right. So, listen, man. First off, shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate y'all came through support. You guys did not hold back, and we appreciate you. So Cyber Dragon, $20 super chat. He says, big shout out to the chat mods and the What's Up PlayStation podcast and our special guest Shawn Layden. Yo, Cyber Dragon, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. And then Viper Reap with the $50 super chat. Oh my God, I have no experience. My God. He says, just cause. And I appreciate you, Viper. Me and Bari both appreciate you.
He ain't talking about the game either. He ain't talking about the game.
No, he's talking about just cause, as in literally. And then, the Ashen Luca with the $5 super chat. Luca, we appreciate you. She says, let's go. Appreciate you.
Shout out to Luca.
And then, J Main, man. Appreciate you, J Main.
AKA W Main.
Oh, yeah, W Main out here, man, with the 1999 iPhone user. Super chat. He says, shout out to my guys, Jay Bari and Gaming with Persona and the Whoops Nation. Salute to the legend, Shawn Layden. Appreciate you, J Main, so much. And then Optimus Code, the Royal Order of the Pegasus Nation. Appreciate you, man. Elemental. He's with the $15 super chat. He says, for Shawn, do you miss it? What are the chances that you unretire like Jordan did?
Come back with the 4-5.
Facts. I don't think Shawn would from what the conversations that me and Bari have had with him, like off screen, and then this obviously this conversation during the podcast. I don't think he would come back to PlayStation. I do think that his vision now and what he wants to do in the last part of his career is most definitely work with Streamline and really try to diversify the industry and attention to um, bring more attention to, like, smaller
Other
indies
content
and other
creators
content
and stuff
creators
like
and
that.
things like,
Not
yeah,
just the same old things
yeah,
that's going on. But I don't feel like he will come back to PlayStation just due to the fact of like what he said. He felt like this is a great time to leave. I'm on my high horse. You know, PlayStation 4 was a huge success, and going into the PlayStation 5, he just wanted fresh, new ideas, new blood to continue that success that he already has, stamped on the PlayStation community. You know what I mean? So
hmm,
I just feel like his jersey is always going to be in the rafters
of course,
because he left on a very high note of PlayStation 4. So I think that's legit, man.
yeah, I
Yeah, and
definitely
I
think
agree.
so.
30 something years, in the industry, as far as PlayStation,
Hmm.
it's just one of those things where he's like, okay, there was some lows, but I'm on this high. Let me end it here.
Let me end it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
he definitely will be missed, but I definitely think he has propped up PlayStation in a very great way to where uh whoever takes the reins, it would be hard to fuck up. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's propped up in a very strong way. You get what I'm saying? Yo, Dutch has a plan. Appreciate you. 4.99 super chat. He says, "Why hasn't there been a push to bring Resistance Collection over to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, like Uncharted Collection?" How did I miss this question? That would have been a good question to ask him, Bari. I think when it comes to Insomniac, I think PlayStation, and this is just my speculation. I think PlayStation's desire to want to just lock them down, because all of that is happening right now is all pre-planned, right? Because they had
Yeah.
Spider-Man, they had Ratchet and Clank that was well into development, and they had Miles Morales and obviously Spider-Man 2 and now Wolverine. I don't think that Insomniac doesn't want to bring Resistance back, but I think with the plans and what they have right now, it's not in the cards for right now.
Well, he's more so talking like a collection kind of thing, like just to keep that franchise alive. I just think um I just think Uncharted is a huge seller. Like I love Resistance, but Uncharted per se, these games are selling 10, 16 million. You know what I mean? So it's just it's a no brainer to do like an Uncharted 4 and what's the other Lost Legacy kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's a no brainer. So Resistance is going to be kind of you got to resell that game. Everybody already know Uncharted, so it's
Mhm.
less risk, I guess. But PlayStation's known to take that risk. So yeah, that would have been a good question to ask. Let's just see
Yeah,
his
that would have.
opinion.
DD Vito, appreciate you for the $5 super chat. He says, Sean, what are your thoughts on recent trends of massive purchases within the industry? We touched on that in
Yeah,
one
he's
of
spoken
Bari's
it. He's spoken
questions.
it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
appreciate you,
guys, we are
DD.
live again because we want to show the respect to you guys with the super chats, and continue the show as far as give our thoughts on the news. So yeah, we fired up the stream once again to read these super chats and show some love, man. We really appreciate you guys as far as like the comments in the chat. Everybody that's being respectful and want to thank you, man. Over 700 people was there live when we did this interview, and we appreciate all the likes and the super chats. So we didn't want to ignore or wait till the next week for the super chats. We wanted to tackle that stuff and you know thank you guys.
Yeah, get the next super chat, Bari. Hold on.
All right, so the next super chat is from Basement Radio Arcade Podcast Brap. He said, shout out to Bari, Persona, and Sean. Salute, hit the like button, everyone. That's a $50 donation, by the way. To your brat, man, we appreciate. Yo, shout out to everybody that was sending the DMs as well. Yeah, we appreciate you guys, man. I told you guys we weren't gonna let you guys down when it comes to the questions. We me and Persona, we're in this community. We see the questions that people ask or just want to hear Sean
Well,
answer.
well, because Bari, we're in this community, but also these are questions we want answers to as well. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
And
yeah,
this is
exactly.
why I said, you know, me and Bari, we thought about this, about the type of questions we wanted to ask that would both be respectful, but also be interesting enough to gauge a good conversation, and
Mhm.
also keep the audience engaged. you know,
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Bari, you did a great job, man. Your questions were great. You did a good job of focusing on like the legacy of Shawn and of PlayStation and whatnot. I thought your
Yeah, like
questions
his
were great.
mindset as far as what he been doing with the play. Like I said, PlayStation 4. It's undeniable that you can't deny what PlayStation 4 has done for the gaming industry. It has pushed a lot of marks.
Hmm.
It has set a lot of standards, especially when it comes to being social and how we share our games. Uh the games that there was delivered on the PlayStation 4, like oh my god. I'm talking from a first party standpoint. You know what I mean? You got to put the respect on the name, you know what I mean, when it comes to PlayStation 4, and he was in charge
Yeah.
when it comes to that generation. So that's why I wanted to get his mindset. But yo, like I said, Persona, big shout out to you as well, man. You've definitely done your research. You know what I mean, picking his brain as far as the recent comments that he have said, because he have said us some stuff, but haven't really we ain't
Elaborate.
we ain't we ain't the industry, you know what I mean? We are the PlayStation community. So we want to see him elaborate on some of the things that he said in the past,
Yeah.
especially this year. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was definitely
That was
it was a
definitely my
two-sided
angle.
thing, but
Mm.
it flowed well.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. When you had sent me your questions, I wanted to make sure that my questions wouldn't take the conversation too far to the left, but also still be interested enough to where it's things that the community really wants to know. I want to know. You and I both want to know things that we've talked about on this show, and kind
Absolutely.
of built out my questions around that. And I think it flowed. I think in terms of the conversation, I think it flowed pretty well. And you and I both tackling a question at a time, because I knew
Yeah.
it was going to spark better questions, or follow up questions based off the stuff that again, the stuff that you and I have talked about before. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I definitely think
Yo,
it was
shout out to
good.
Shawn Layden. He just subscribed to the channel as well, man. Welcome, Sean.
Shout out to
Hopefully
Shawn.
you enjoyed your stay here.
Shout out to Shawn Layden, man. Really appreciate you,
Yes.
honestly. All right, so let's move on. So you got Gian the Don. Appreciate you, bro, for the 4.99 super chat. Salute to Bari Persona and Shawn Layden. Sean, what are a couple of your favorite JRPGs? Also, what is your favorite Uncharted game? Oh man, how did I miss this
Ooh, yo, that would have been a
question?
good question
Yeah,
there.
that would have been a great question. I can't believe I missed that. Shout out to you, GN, man. We appreciate you. And
Shout out
yo,
to Gian.
Appreciate you, man, so much for the 109 Seek. He says,
Yo,
too
Persona,
short.
I'm gonna turn the volume back up on the notifications.
Okay, okay, cool. He says, to Sean Layden, you may still have these connections to PlayStation. Can you whine, or at least, I didn't want to say whine because I'm like, that don't, no. But I said, can you at least wink, wink to Jim Ryan, Herman Holst, and Shuhei Yoshida, that we want PlayStation experience back? Such a great celebration for PlayStation. Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
I really do hope that Herman Holst, Sid Schumann, Yoshida, I really do hope they were in the chat listening. Just because, yo, we want y'all on the show. That's first and foremost. We most definitely want y'all on the show.
Absolutely.
But also just to kind of keep your ear close to the ground of real PlayStation fans, right? Not just the media and what the media is talking about and things like that. I think it's very important that you're listening
Hmm.
to real fans, not as much as we all like to do the console war stuff here and there. Real fans that really do care about PlayStation, the PlayStation brand, and what PlayStation does. And I do think with
Yeah,
myself
I
and
mean,
Bar,
this is a great atmosphere as well. Everybody in that venue likes PlayStation in some type of way. So you
yeah,
already you don't know this person, but you already have like a certain bond already there. I'm
yep,
not saying that it can't happen in other gaming conventions and stuff like that, but it's just a specific targeted audience that you have there, and everybody's coming in with the same like mind, and it's bound for success, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah.
But let me
Uh,
get this other one from
okay,
Chris Righteous
yeah.
with a 4.99. He said, "Huge shout out and thanks to Sean for putting PlayStation on the right path. Bari and Persona, I'm super proud of y'all. This is history. Fire."
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Chris, for always
Yeah,
supporting
shout
us,
out to
man.
Chris, man.
We
And
out
shout
here
out to you
making
guys in the chat,
history.
man. See Michi in there. Shout out to Michi.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody here. And then yo, shout out to the H4 today, H4.
Today, four.
Appreciate you for the 4.99 super chat. He says, "Thank you, Mr. Layden, for bringing Insomniac Games home to the PlayStation
Yes,
platform."
sir.
Yes, I 100%. I agree 100% because my God, was that
I was
amazing?
smiling ear to ear when he said that, bro.
Yes,
Trust.
yes, yes, I was. Yo,
Look,
crap.
Sean put a little sauce on that. He's like, listen, man, the last acquisition I was a part of was Insomniac. And I'm like, whoa,
Yes, sir. And they
that's the
carrying
biggest acquisition that we had in the past decade.
and
That
they
thing was
carrying
huge.
this generation so far. So, man, was that not misplaced? Thank you. Uh, and then yo, Crap Gamer reviews, man.
And we got the
Appreciate you for
legend.
the
The
$5 super
legend.
chat. He says, "Great stuff, guys. Wish y'all nothing but the best. Thanks for putting on a great show. We
Yo, thanks,
appreciate you
crap,
for
man.
stopping by, Crap." And then yo, Hardcore Metal 89. Thank you so much for the $5. I think that's Australian AUD.
Yeah.
Australian. He says, shout out to the PlayStation Nation, Persona Bari, and Shawn Layden. Keep up the great work, guys. Hardcore Metal, thank you. We appreciate you, bro. And then yo, JFlex 81. Thank you so much for the
Oh, you read this one?
Oh, I did. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yo,
No, but you can still read it again. Shout out to J Flex.
JFlex 81, 4.99 euros. He says, where did greatness awaits come from? Was it the big hits were at the end of the PS4 era? So appreciate you, bro. And then Kofi.
Yeah, and I definitely Sean answered that question wonderfully because I was going to say the same thing. I was like, yeah, that was the beginning slogan. You remember that first PlayStation commercial with the dude walking around and all the games
Greatness
and stuff?
awaits.
It was like greatness awaits.
Yeah. Kofi Malta, man, appreciate you for the $15
Kofi.
USD. He says, much love to Persona and Bari. Sean is a legend, always in pursuit of greatness. Facts. And then Flaffy 1101, he says, for the $2 USD, he says, Sean, I'm a big fan of your work on PlayStation brand. Yeah, absolutely. Big fan as well.
Absolutely.
Baltimore MVP, appreciate you for the $10 super chat. He didn't say nothing, he just super chatted. Thank you, bro.
I think he had like a sticker or something like that. I don't know if it shows
sticker or something like that.
Yeah.
And then yo, No Cat Podcast, $5 super chat. He said this coffee is extra good. Big facts.
Mm-hmm.
Sony Prophet, appreciate you for the $5 super chat. He says, hit that like button. Yes.
Hit the like
button, guys. Appreciate you. And then yo, shout out to Game Over Brian, man. $10 super chat. It says, 3 legends. I've been waiting all week for this. Hey man.
Yo, shout out to Game Over Brian because he didn't do his regular super chat.
Yeah, he didn't do his regular super chat. He said, nah, this is a special occasion. I gotta come correct. Shout out to Game Over Brian, man. Appreciate you. Stella Glenn, appreciate you for the $5 GBP. I'm not sure
what that pounds
is. That might be pounds. I'm not sure. He says, keep up the great work. PlayStation community is loving this. Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of
that.
That
shows that tells you there that people across the world, is listening to the podcast, man. And real talk, yo, that's what we set out to do, man. Hopefully we made you guys proud, especially with an interview like this. And let's thank you once again for all the support, guys. Trust.
And then El Matador, appreciate you. $5 super chat. Says, shout out to y'all both, Persona and Bari. Thanks for the greatness you give us, Sean. Will be always appreciated. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, El Matador.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mooch. Who's that yelling? Stop yelling.
Who's yelling?
Mooch. He says, $10 super chat. Says, great show. Congratulations, Jay Bari and Persona. Great to hear the history of PlayStation from the man himself, Shawn Layden. Much respect to everyone on the show. I appreciate you, Mooch, man. Another $5 super chat from No Cap Podcast, aka Sick Human TV. He says, question for Sean. How does the acquisition process work from beginning to end? I'm not gonna lie, that is a really good question, Sick. I would have loved to hear that explanation.
Yo, that detail. Right there, he could have spent an hour, even longer, talking about that. That's why I said he answered a lot of these questions like really elegantly.
Yeah,
because he summed up something like a long process like that, and you still got in just a matter of like a minute or two, and you still got some insight from there, which is a man's he's a professional.
Yes, he is. And then shout out to King Thrash Gaming, man, $5 super chat. He says, "Oh snap, I'm late. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Appreciate
Yo,
you, bro.
Thrash was good,
Appreciate
man.
you, Thrash. Yo, Jez7780, man. Appreciate you, bro. $5 super chat. He says, shout out to Bari, Persona, and Shawn Layden. That fragrance. Great
Yes,
job and
sir.
amazing
You
insight.
smell that?
It smells good.
Yo, shout out to Press Start Podcast because J Main, you know, when they was doing their outros, he gave us a shout out on the podcast. You know, many people did. I'm just, you know, shouting out this one specifically because after the shout out, Ono's Alex was like, how much you want to bet that Jay Bari is going to say something wild or say something like PlayStation fragrance? And I was like, absolutely, I'm gonna say it.
Facts.
So shout out to you guys, man.
Facts.
You know, like I
Facts.
said, we didn't want it just to be something so PC. We wanted Shawn to, you know, feel our presence. Like, yo,
Feel
we are
comfortable.
PlayStation fans. This is how we flow. These are certain terminologies that we, you know, say in a podcast, and we don't want to leave you guys out, you know, because you guys come here and you watch these shows for specific things. You know, some phrase that Persona would say or some phrase that I would say. You know what I mean? So we don't want to leave that out, but we do want to be professional as well. As far as the interview process, but we still wanted to be us, basically.
Yeah. Yo, man. So yeah, appreciate you. Yo, and then to Sycamore 007, appreciate you. $10 super chat. He says, Bari a whole comedian, man. Good laugh. I think that's when you mentioned the fragrance thing. He was laughing. Yo, shout out to King Kiso, man. $20 super chat. Shout out to the homies Bari and Persona, best PlayStation podcast on YouTube. Thank you,
Yep.
King Kiso, man. We really appreciate that,
King.
man. Thank you. Yo, shout out to Jay Street, $5 super chat. He says, Shawn, some PlayStation fans want backwards compatibility. Did you guys ever discuss that? And what happens when the PlayStation Vita? What happened with the PlayStation Vita? Someone just gave up on it. Damn, that would have been a really good question. That would have been a good question.
I mean, we kind of got some insight as far as when it comes to PlayStation 4 backwards compatibility. I'm not saying in this interview, but it was just so much of a departure of the cell processor that backwards compatibility wouldn't have worked. That's why you had something in place like PS Now.
But what we were saying, Bari?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what he said, right?
Yeah. No, PS Now is that preservation. We have how many times have we said that, Bari? That's why I wanted. That's why I brought that up and said, "Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that, Shawn, because that is something that me and Bari have talked about in detail. The preservation is PS Now." So shout out to Shawn. Shout out to you, Jay Street. Yo, Sony Profit, $5 super chat. He says, Bari, I know you have a million questions, but can you ask Shawn about Abandoned and also Insomniac's insane output?
Yo, how we missed that? That would have been great. Abandoned. Sorry for abandoning your question.
Yeah. Slow mo back clap. Appreciate you, slow mo. $5 super chat. He says,
back slap.
Back slap. Back slap.
You got a list.
Great content, guys. Salute. Appreciate you, slow mo. Yo, then man. John Donuts, appreciate you. $20 GPP. He says, love seeing the growth of this podcast. Jay Bari and Persona, congrats on this great community you're building. Thanks, Shawn, for coming on and sharing your insight into PlayStation. For sure, man. Thank you. We appreciate the support from the community. You guys are amazing. Yo, Sycamore007 again with the $4.99 super chat. He says, Shawn is spitting facts right now. 100%. 100%. Shout out to Magnificent Black, $20 super chat. He just put the sticker go. And then shout out to DJ Reflex X. DJ Reflex 403. Appreciate you, DJ, with the $6.99 Canadian. He just put a sticker. Appreciate you, bro. And then shout out to Vic for Vendetta 87. $10 super chat. He just put the fire emojis. Appreciate you, Vic. Thank you so much for the support. And then Mr. Corleone 4. Appreciate you with the $9.99 super chat. He says, the gods is here. Shout out to everyone. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Mr. Corleone. We appreciate you. Shout out to Joey Bats 83. $5 USD. Joey. Ghost of Tsushima. I played almost 200 hours and still love it. Yes, it's a very good game. Highly recommended. Shout out to Slow Mo again with another $5 super chat. He says, does Shawn feel like unknown indie studios? Oh yeah, we already asked that. Will fill the void left by the studios that are acquired. We seem to see new quality indie devs every gen. Yeah, man, that was a great question by Slow Mo. I like that question. Hardcore Metal 89, and again with another $5 Australian. He says, Sean, do you know why Sony Japan Studio was shut down? Was it lack of game sales, lack of new IPs, or something else? Damn, that would have been a great question. That would have been a good question.
Oh, but Japan Studios not shut down.
They've just been changed over to Team
Just a
Soviet.
transition.
Yeah. Yo, Big Mike, appreciate you. $5 super chat. What does Sean think about PlayStation games coming to PC like Uncharted 4 Lost Legacy? We talked about that. Big Mike, but appreciate you.
Yo, guys, I told you we trust us with these questions. We was gonna hold you guys down.
Facts. Yo, Lorenzo Carson, appreciate you. $5 USD. He says, can Sean give us insight on how the support and development studios work together at his time at PlayStation? That would have been a fucking great question.
You know what's funny? Because he kind of spoke about that in our meeting when on Thursday.
Yeah, you did.
And yeah, we could have definitely tackled that.
Neil S. Thank you for the $20 super chat. It's a great show. Just showing my support. Ones. Appreciate you, Neil. Thank you. True Witty, appreciate you. $2 super chat. The legend, we miss you, Sean. Yeah, facts, man. Yes, definitely miss him. Andrew Wilkins, appreciate you. $5 super chat. PlayStation has reached and advertised too much of the PC base. They've begged for PS games for so long when they just could have bought a PlayStation for the exclusives. Yeah, that was the question, because I seen some people say in the chat, oh, Persona tried to fanboy and Shawn Layden shut him down. No, I wasn't trying to fanboy at all. I was trying to get a deeper understanding of what the thought process would be of having a game come to PC, and what was the percentage expectancy of someone to come to PlayStation off of the game going to PC. Listen, guys, I have no problems asking these types of questions of being who I am.
These I mean, at the end of the day, it's not fanboying.
No,
these are things that we think about as PlayStation gamers. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I asked the question a certain way. Like, if you were a part of the process, you know what I mean? Do you think it would tarnish, or if you weren't, do you think something like that would tarnish, or would it help? He went with it would help because there's no lose because that's somebody. It might not be everyone. Might not be people within this community, but there's going to be those people that are going to buy the game on PC, and I got that PlayStation fragrance. Let me go over there so I can continue to smell it.
Oh yeah, well,
me personally as a gamer, I feel that it can help. It can kind of tarnish the brand, but I do respect where PlayStation is coming from with a PC. I just don't agree with it, but I'm going to let Shawn Layden talk about it, because he's just more knowledgeable. He's more experienced.
And he also confirmed that the whole PC strategy was him. So all that misplaced anger towards Jim Ryan, yeah, you could go ahead and cut that.
Yeah.
Shawn Layden, he was the one that introduced that. So, that's where that comes from. And Jim Ryan's just carrying the torch and keeping that going. So, and I understand why. See, here's the thing I think people need to understand. It's not like no one here doesn't understand why it's being done. Of course, we all know. Like, everyone understands, but that just because I understand something doesn't mean I agree with it, right? You can understand something and not agree with it, Yeah. So, shout out to Andrew Wilkins for that question. Fist of Sage, $10 super chat. I just want to show some quick love to the show. You all have worked so hard to get here. Thank you, Fist, and we appreciate your support, man. Thank you. Uma Yusa, appreciate you for the $2 GBP.
Umar.
He says, quick question. Do you still use your PS Vita, Sean?
Ooh, that would have been nice. That would have been a nice question.
Yeah. Yo, Eddie XP, man, appreciate you. $5 USD. He says, thank you for everything, Sean. You did one hell of a job. Good show, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Gamer O'Malley, appreciate you for the $5 GBP. He says, Mr. Layden, what I appreciated most about your tenure is you didn't hug the limelight. You focused on delivering a feast for gamers and not interviews. That is true.
Yo, that's a great point, man.
That is true.
Because even now, Sean is not really in the limelight. He might say something that would get him in the limelight, but he's not just seeking it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with the PlayStation 4, he had to do those interviews with the game biz industry. What's that website called? GameIndustry.biz and all that stuff.
And those other places.
The Forbes, the MSNBCs. But at the end of the day, his focus, because he even told us this personally, his focus was there's roadblocks that might get in the way of development. He wants to remove those roadblocks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? and
Yep.
he was doing that quietly,
Yep.
efficiently. You know what I mean? Effectively. You know, you definitely. I respect that about him as well, man. So same thing goes with Jim Ryan as well. Jim Ryan's not really doing interviews
Nah, you're
left and
not.
right.
He's doing the interviews that matter. He does the interviews that's
Yeah,
important
yeah,
and necessary. Real talk. Same thing with Herman Holt. They not in
yeah.
that
Herman as
limelight
well.
doing interviews every week and all this bullshit. They're not doing that, man. Which I really can appreciate. They're working behind the scenes, getting shit done, and keeping PlayStation fans happy. So I really can't be mad about that. But great point, Gamer O'Malley. You'll
Yeah.
see Fresh 2180. Appreciate you for the $10 super chat. He says, "Fire show. Keep up the great work, fellas. Thank you, Shawn Layden, for your time. Yeah, man, we appreciate
Robux,
it. Appreciate it.
roadblocks. My bad, guys.
Roblox. You said robust. That's what you said. You said robust.
I think he said he thought I said Robux, but I said
Oh, Roblox.
roadblocks.
Yo, Wolfgang. Mishima. Appreciate you for the $4.99. He says,
Ishima.
"Thank you for hosting the show, guys. Shout out to Shawn Layden for gracing us with his presence. Yes, it was a very great show." And then last super chat was from Viper Reap with the $4.99. He says, "I hope other platforms are taking notes about acquisitions. Wink, wink."
Mm-hmm. Lot
yo,
of
he was
nuggets
saying
there.
some real gems about like acquisitions and how that work. Like
A lot of nuggets,
but
bro.
Bart, it's stuff that we have been saying, bro. That's why it's so great to hear that stuff come from someone of that caliber like Shawn Layden, because again, this goes back to what I've said on my personal show. It gives further validity to the things that I say, because I ain't shit. Fine, you think that, but someone of the likes of Shawn Layden running an entire corporation speaking like that, it makes sense. When it comes to acquisitions, it has to be an acquisition that makes sense, which is why I can appreciate the fact that Jim Ryan has said, they want to grow organically and be strategic with the acquisitions. Even when the whole, this isn't an Xbox show, but to even bring up the whole Bethesda acquisition, people were saying, oh, well, PlayStation needs to buy Square, Capcom, this, that, Sega, this. And I'm like, no, PlayStation needs to continue to do what they do and remain strategic in how they handle acquisitions. Because Shawn Layden, again, brought up a great point about when you're acquiring a studio, it has to be a studio that can, I don't want to use the word assimilate, but kind of fit into the fold very well, right? If
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't fit with the studio, with the a publisher or whoever, it's not going to work. And we see that with PlayStation and what they have
Yeah,
done.
Herman has been saying it. Jim has been
Yep,
saying
they
it.
have
Yep.
been saying this. So when you look at what PlayStation has done with their acquisitions, Bluepoint, Insomniac, Housemark, Firesprite, Frubrick, and all these other places, these are studios that have worked with PlayStation. They fit the PlayStation brand very well, and they will add to the overall quality catalog that PlayStation has. This isn't fanboy talk. This is fact. Like anyone on the outside looking in can see this and say, "Oh yeah, that acquisition makes sense." Right? When you look at the acquisition of Disney with Fox, Disney had a lot of Marvel characters excuse me, Disney had a lot of Marvel excuse me, Fox had a lot of Marvel characters that Disney needed to fit into their fold of building the MCU. That is an acquisition that makes sense and works. You get what I'm saying? These are the type.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming from the horse's mouth, Barney. It ain't no bullshit. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But shout out
Yo,
to
let me get these. Let me get these new super chats
yeah,
here,
go ahead.
Persona.
Pick up.
Shout out to Sean with a 199. He says salute to y'all brothers.
Appreciate you,
And then shout
Sean.
out to my bro, Strictly Gaming, aka Strictly. With the $20, the 1999 iPhone user. He said, just gotta show love to you all, man. Truly appreciate you all as a gamer and as a person, straight up. Big things coming for you too.
Appreciate
Shout out to
that.
my
Thank
man
you,
Strictly,
Strick.
man. We
Appreciate
appreciate
you.
that. And then we got the Hatsuma with the $2. It's a phenomenal interview, guys. Very insightful. Appreciate it, Hatsuma. Then G Junior with the 9.99. Shout out to Wups for the great interview, man. We
Thank
appreciate.
you.
Hopefully, we made you guys proud, man.
Oh, we made the
Like I said,
PlayStation Nation proud.
yeah, we was gonna hold you down with the questions.
Facts.
I felt like we had a lot of great questions to ask, and I felt like these questions not only not only will they, feed our curiosity, but it will lead into other things that other people are curious about as well. And like I said, Sean was very elaborate, and he was very elegant as far as the way how he answered a lot of these questions. So
Facts.
hopefully those got those fed your curiosity as far as just hearing from him. And then we have my man MUI Tony with the $5. He said, "Great job, guys. That is all."
Thank you,
Hand
Tony.
clap.
Appreciate you.
Yo, shout out to my man Gaming Addict with
Shout
the
out to
$2. He
Addict.
said, "Congrats, Persona. Really good job, guys. Yo, appreciate it, man.
Thank you,
Gaming
Addict,
Addict,
man.
man.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to the Iron Lords over there. I see you guys."
Facts.
And then we have Alonzo Carter with the 10.
Alfonso.
Oh, Alfonso Carter with the $10. He said, "Damn, I missed it. Thought it was going to be later. I'll catch it later. Sounds like it was a good show. Good job, Jay Bari and Persona. Support you guys." Yeah, no doubt, man.
Thank
You
you.
guys can catch it whenever. It is up right now. So yeah, just have fun at it. Go at it. With the, and yo, get on the sticks with the $5. He said, "Great episode, fellas. Y'all are an inspiration to the community. I was expecting Persona to push
Oh
back a
my
little
God.
more on some of Sean's comments, though."
Yo, all
All right,
right.
which
So hold
one?
on. Let me
Which one?
let me. All right. So let me explain. Like, yes, I ask questions and I question a lot. But see, here's the thing: when you're dealing with certain people within these spaces, not Twitter spaces, I'm saying in general, there's right
Hmm.
and a wrong way of doing things and a time for everything. When you're sitting down with someone like Shawn Layden, you're not going to sit there and say, "Oh, I don't agree with this. Why?" No, like, no, that's not how this works, man. You have to be able to disagree respectfully or gracefully, but still keep the conversation flowing and going, and it not be taken as disrespect. When we're speaking to someone like Shawn Layden, yeah, there were things I definitely disagreed with, and we had a conversation about it throughout the interview, as you guys saw, but it wasn't something that would derail the show or something that would be taken as disrespect towards Sean or anything like that. Nah, that's never my intention really with anyone, but especially Sean Layden. So that's not nah. I wasn't gonna push back on that. Those are his thoughts. Those are his. The man ran the fucking company. Like what? Like what I look
Yeah.
like? What I look like disputing what the man say? Come on, man.
Yeah, and we got another question from my man Oblivious 334 with the $5. He says, "Salute. Don't be surprised to see the media outlets quoting a lot of this interview. Hashtag price going up. Fire."
Yo, shout out to Oblivious, bro. Yo, me Oblivious, man. We got some artwork covered. That's my boy. That's my new artist, man. Like for all my artwork needs, I'm going straight to Oblivious, man. I'm sorry. He too good. He too good, man.
Yo, yeah, I definitely hit my man Oblivious up. He a little busy though. He a little
He
busy. He a
busy.
little
He
busy.
busy. But that's my boy
Yeah, he
Oblivious,
busy.
man. He got some great art. So that's my permanent artist right there, Oblivious, man. Like I'm not going
Yeah,
to
guys,
nobody else.
we're back up because we just want to continue the show as far as reading the super chats because there were a lot of them during the interview. And thank you guys for being respectful in the chat and understanding that we're doing an interview here with Shawn Layden. And yeah, we just want to respect you guys further supporting the channel by super chatting and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna continue the show, man.
Yes,
We got
sir.
some news to talk about.
We got some
Huh?
news. Let's get the. Can we
We
get the
got
game?
some news to talk
Oh,
about.
Barry, I forgot to do the spotlight with Sean. Oh, I forgot to
Oh
do the
yeah, yeah.
spotlight. Oh my god. All right.
But he did say he hasn't been really gaming
Yeah,
that
he
much.
has
He's
been
been
gaming.
more
Yeah,
reading.
yeah.
So
Which I respect. All right. So, the games for this week, guys. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the rigmarole.
let's get on in it.
So the games for the week this week. So we've got Dadish for the PS4. Dadish 2 for the PS4. FIFA 22 Ultimate Edition.
Wait, so
PS5, PS4.
Dadish and Dadish 2 come out the same day?
Yeah, I don't. That's pretty.
Man, that's
those
a
might
developer right there.
Those might be quickie platinums, man. I might have to hit up iBad Driver real quick.
Yeah.
Then we got Away, the survival series for the PS5, PS4. We got Chernobyl Light for the PS4. G Darius HD for the PS4. Ghost Runner for the PS5. In Sound Mind for the PS5, PS4. Lemus Gate for the PS5, PS4. Unmetal for the PS4. A Juggler's Tale for the PS5, PS4.
A what?
Centipede Recharge for the PS4. Faerun Collection for the PS4. Astra Ascending for the PS5, PS4. eFootball for the PS5, PS4. Hot Wheels Unleashed for the PS5, PS4. Real Farm Premium Edition for the PS5. Teacup for the PS4. The Eternal Cylinder for the PS4. Zwan, Zon Yan Sword 7 for the PS4. Aeon Driver for the PS5, PS4. Ascend Shaft for the PS4. Blaze and the Monster Machines Axel City Racers for the PS4. FIFA 22 for the PS5, PS4. Halloween Candy Break for the PS4. Lydia for the PS4. Phoenix Point for the PS4, PS5, PS4. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania Deluxe, Digital Deluxe for the PS4. Takorita meets Fries for the PS5, PS4. And Train Station Renovation for the PS4. A lot of games this week, Barry.
Mm-hmm.
So for the Spotlight, man, you guys know, for those that might be new here, Spotlight is a game where we choose, a game that we think that you guys should check out for that week. It could be a new game, an old game, it doesn't matter. Something that might be coming out much later that you want more attention to. But that is that's what a Spotlight is. So, yo, Barry, man, what is your Spotlight game for this week?
Man, it's so much to choose from, Persona, because I've been spotlighting Melty Blood Type Lumina for the last I want to say month.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a new fighting game coming out, and it plays good. It looks good in my personal opinion, and it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to continue the fighting games as far as putting them on the spotlight. And Tokyo Game Show is going on right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But SNK have been putting out a lot of content when it comes to showcasing new characters and the showcasing KOF 15, the new additions to the gameplay and stuff like that, but continuing the legacy of what 14 has built upon the franchise. And they introduced a new character, Isla, and she looks, she looks amazing, yo.
I haven't seen her yet, actually.
Bruh, I don't know if you got the trailer up. Pull up the trailer. This character looks amazing, and the game, every time I've been seeing King of Fighters 15, it just keeps looking better and better and better and better. Like the character design, the models look very sharp. The gameplay looks good. Look at it have like a focus attack going on there. And yeah, I just want to highlight this. I know a lot of people tend to shy away from fighting games, but I want to highlight all the fighting games that support rollback netcode, because now we don't have to deal with the hassles of the laggy matches, 10 frames, this delay based netcode. This is rollback netcode where you have a smooth experience as far as you playing against opponents across the world or across the country. And Melty Blood is doing it. Guilty Gear is doing it. Street Fighter 5 in some ways have rollback. It's just not a great implementation like the other games I just mentioned. But KOF 15, King of Fighter 15, is doing it. So yeah, man, I want to highlight games like this, man, because you're getting, the typical fighting game story, but you're also getting great netcode when it comes to these fighting games. So I'm going to continue to highlight these things because this is what we've been asking for in fighting games, and these lobbies are getting better. Melty Blood, good lobby, So yeah, I'm going to keep highlighting that, man. So KOF 15 is going to be my spotlight game for the week. It comes out in February, I think February 22nd or the 23rd.
February 15th.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited. They got about I think they got about 8 more characters to announce. But yeah, this is the latest character that they have, and she looks amazing, man. Look at this character. She looks amazing, bro.
Yeah, she looks really good.
You know what I mean? So yeah, KOF 15, guys. I can't wait. February is going to be a crazy month, man. It's going to be a crazy month for PlayStation. So definitely look into it. Look at the trailer. There's a lot of gameplay that they've been showcasing. as of Tokyo Game Show. So if you guys are interested, hopefully you're interested, definitely go and check it out, man. It's KOF 15, my spotlight game for the week.
Very nice, man. So my spotlight game for this week is it actually is Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Kana?
Yeah, because I finally I'm sitting down and really playing it because I played it a bit when it first came out, but then I was also still focused on Tales of Arise, and then the COD bug, the Call of Duty bug.
New season coming too, man.
Yeah, new season. So I've kind of been back on COD a lot, trying to get ready for the new season and playing a lot. But then last night, I really was back on. I'm at Toro, and I played on the hardest difficulty. Well, the second.
Oh yeah,
second
he's gonna
hardest.
watch you. Let's accept it. Let's accept it.
Listen, Toro is. So I played for maybe 2 hours because I still had to unlock some of the other shrines in order to fulfill the mask
It's okay, bro.
to fulfill the mask.
It's okay.
To fulfill the mask requirements before I can open up Taro. I got to Taro at maybe 12:15 at night last night, and I ended up playing till 1 in the morning. I didn't beat him. I came very close. The thing is, I'm trying to get I'm certain because the first couple of fights, I'm trying to see what I can and can't parry, timing and stuff like that. But then it got to the point where, so I can't. Obviously, I'm stupid because I tried to parry the grab and it washed me, and I almost had him killed. And I was like, damn it.
There's a certain way to counter it, but I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I want to figure this stuff out. Don't tell me nothing.
How many meditation posters did you actually get before you fought him?
2.
So I think there's one that you're missing. To be honest with you.
All right, so I might look for that. I'll look for that later today.
I think I got like 3 before I fought him. I could be mistaken, but
I mean,
don't feel bad, bro. Toro, he washed me like good 4 or 5 times before I beat him, bro. Yeah. So don't feel like, oh yeah, I'm getting washed. Nah, that's a difficult fight. I feel like he is a more difficult fight than the second boss you're gonna fight. The third one is the hardest though. Yeah. But Toro was definitely, yeah.
It's just the parry, and I'm trying to get down, but and also because when I do certain parries and then I do the follow up spin attack, it doesn't always go, and I'm like mashing that button, and it's not. So like certain things is weird. Like some of the controls with Kana are just a tiny bit off, man. I really mean that. But the game is great. The fight, like I said, I was frustrated, but I wasn't like ready to throw my controller against the wall, frustrated, right? But I've been playing that, and I really think this game is just so beautiful.
The thing is with Toro, he has a wind up, so the time that you're hitting the try to parry him, you're probably off by probably like 1 or 2 frames. Yeah, because it's a little wind up before he does his little slash.
Yeah.
And plus, there's one that he does like a combo.
I'm playing on the back, like to play Kena. I can't play with the regular controller. I'm playing with the back paddle so that I can kind of dodge and move around at the same time with the back paddle.
So you're playing? Okay, I get you.
So I'm on that type of shit. But this game is so beautiful on the OLED, bro. Oh my god, bro, this game is
absolutely.
Honestly, guys, this is top. Like if we're doing like top 3 most beautiful games of this year, Kena's on that list. Kena's on that list.
Are you putting Kena up there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because some of the cutscenes, I'm telling you, bro, especially when you beat Toro, you're gonna get emotional, man. You're gonna get emotional. You're gonna be like, yo, this looks hella good. You can definitely see that Ember Lab Studios have a background in like film and like animation and stuff like that, because there's certain things that you would expect like a Pixar movie to do, they're actually doing with the expressions that these characters are giving away. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. I'm definitely
So Kena Bridge of Spirits, Kena Bridge of Spirits. This is wholeheartedly a game that I really think the community should really support and get behind, because this is Ember Lab's first game, and they've really, in my opinion, knocked it out the park. I'm gonna dive more into it today. Obviously, I'm playing COD today as well, though, because like I really do got the COD bug. But Kena Bridge of Spirits.
You just want to level up.
Yeah, I do.
For the next season.
Yeah. So Kena Bridge of Spirits, guys. I'm breaking the rule. I'm breaking the rules today, Bari. I'm breaking the rules.
As you normally do.
as I normally do, because I finally found my fight stick in one of the bins that I had it in, so I was
Yes,
able to
sir.
really get down in the nitty gritty with Melty Blood. Now, listen, guys, I'm a big fighting game fan. I've been playing fighting games since I was a kid. Look at me telling my backstory like this is just Twitter Spaces. Yo, listen.
Back when I was 6.
Back when I was 6, I picked up the controller and I said, how many frames is that? Right? So, Melty Blood. If you are a fighting game fan, man, really check this game out. But listen, be warned, guys, because I've been in the lab. I was in the lab for maybe an hour yesterday. And then I was like, you know what? Because I felt kind of, sort of comfortable with a little bit of the basics with Seal. So I was like, let me jump in a couple player matches and play. I'm garbage. I was getting washed. I'm like, yo, wait, how did he do that? Like, wait, the recovery is only on it. Yo, listen, Melty Blood is definitely a very difficult game to play,
Easy.
but it's very rewarding once you learn. And I would actually say if you, this, I feel like this game is meant to be played on a fight stick and not on a controller, because it's so much that you're doing here. You're gonna want the space of those buttons. Now, I'm not saying don't use the controller, but on the fight stick, it just felt it felt easier to execute things and to get things done. But Melty Blood is such a great game. A lot of great characters. I'm kind of just trying to find which character I like the most, right? Because I've seen all of them, and I'm like, damn, they all look good. But I'm trying to find my sweet spot. I'm gonna hit the lab with Ahika and Shiki today, see if I can get down with them and how they feel and whatnot. But Melty Blood is such a great game, so I definitely think y'all should check that out
Yeah,
as well.
it's great.
If
It's
you're
great,
games.
man. I was in the same vein as you as far as like I did some lab stuff. All right, okay, learn a combo or two. And then I was like, let me get into these rank matches because I sometimes when we doing this casual man, I go rank to rank, and yeah, I was getting washed. But I did have some good sets with a few people. And then I had a set with Double L. I don't know if you know Double L. He's like a Dragon Ball, pro player.
Mm-hmm.
Super good, man. Red Arc. He was playing Red Arc, and I was just like, damn, man. Now I understand that I have to learn the shield mechanic. You have to learn that shield mechanic and counter shielding and moon drive and canceling. There's so much stuff you got to learn, and you can bait heat. So there's so much stuff, man, that you have to learn in this game, and I like that aspect, that new beginning of learning the game. So I'm gonna be playing it. I'm gonna be on it. And yeah, hopefully when we do stream up, you guys can come through and just watch,
Mm-hmm.
some of these matches, whatnot. But yeah, we all bums right now, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, I'm bumming. I'm not. I don't even because I was like, I might do a Melty Blood. I might still do a Melty Blood stream. Probably tomorrow or tomorrow evening or midday or something. But I'm like, yo, I'm so garbage. I kind of just want to lab and not really focus on anything else but labbing. So that's why I really haven't done any streams on it yet. But it is a great game.
That's the wake up. I got hit with the same thing, man. I was like, yo, you know what? I'm not gonna stray away on what I normally would do in a fighting game. Like I normally would have stayed in the lab and I wouldn't even play nobody for like a good week until I comfortable of learning something. But I don't think the game is too hard to learn. It's just certain mechanics that you just got to get used to.
Yeah,
we're not just used to. We're used to probably blocking, right? But there's a shield that you can counter somebody with. You know what I mean? So you got to just get used to that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's all it really is. But there's certain combos like me personally. I wish you can turn off the auto combo because I'm a double tapper. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been having that problem too, bro. It is crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna double tap. So I'm gonna be like, there's certain things I want to hit, but the auto combo will come out because I'm tapping. So I'm just gotta reacclimate myself as far as like, okay, Bari, take your time. You know what I mean? Just like how you was in Grand Blue Fantasy, I was using the auto combo heavily, but now there's certain times where you just can't do it because you want to get more damage, and I just gotta get that mindset like I had, with Grand Blue Fantasy or with Guilty Gear or whatever. So pretty much it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the Spotlight games, guys. Those are definitely games I think you guys should check out. So definitely check those out. And yo, man. So let's get let's get to some news, man. Let me get the super chat from Iron Panther.
We got one more super chat before we get into the news.
You want to get it? Yeah, go ahead. Take it off. Go ahead, take it away.
Yep. From the Iron Panther, we appreciate the $5 donation. He says, "Showing love, great show, guys. Keep it coming. Appreciate what you guys did. What you guys do for the PlayStation Nation. So yeah, Iron Panther man, we appreciate it, and trust me, man. Thank you for the kind words, guys. For real. Yeah,
Yeah,
Persona.
thank y'all for the support. You know,
Yeah, man.
it
It,
means a
it your
lot.
real talk. That stuff means a lot, man. Like it's definitely a good feeling to know that people are enjoying something that we sat down, we had meetings, we set out a goal that we wanted to do, and people are feeling it. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely a good feeling. Like yo, guys, people are liking what we set out to do. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, we're gonna keep it going, man.
of
Trust.
course. All right, man. Let's get into some news, man. So first, man, PlayStation Plus. The October games have been announced, and
Yes,
I ain't gonna lie,
sir.
man. These games, I'm good. But so the games this month for the month of October is Hell Let Loose for the
Mm.
PS5, PGA Tour 2K 2021 for the PS4, and Mortal Kombat X for the PS4. Why not do 11? And why not do 11? I don't know. That seems so strange.
Confused.
Yeah. But Barry, man, what's your thoughts on the spotlight? Excuse me, not the spotlight. These games for the week, for the month.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to because I was very critical on the PlayStation Plus games. But I'm gonna take back some of the criticism when it comes to Hell Let Loose, because one thing we have to highlight when it comes to PlayStation Plus is that they are offering new games with the service. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Say let's say if it's like an update, like Control, or just new games in general, like Destruction All Stars. Each month they've been offering some new games, man. And I thought that Hell Let Loose was already something that was like a free to play game, but it's not. It's actually on. It's gonna. I think it costs like $40 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, PlayStation Plus is offering another new game. And this is a PlayStation 5 game. So I want to highlight that aspect as far as giving kudos and continue to do that on PlayStation, because I think you guys are doing a great job when it comes to PlayStation Plus. But just overall, personally, I'm not really feeling it because you guys know already I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to like NetherRealm fighting games. It's just my personal taste. And MK11, I know a lot of people favor that game, but this is something that's already offered within PlayStation Plus when it comes to the PlayStation Plus collection. So you're re-upping on, you already offering this game. Like if you get a PlayStation 5 and you have Plus, you already will have this game. But I'm thinking they probably say, oh, people that have Plus but not a PlayStation 5 are going to offer MKX. You know what I mean? So it was kind of a weird move to me. The PGA games, I don't really play the golf games like that, but that's still a cool offering. But I'm not interested. But yeah, I felt like it's kind of a weak month for PlayStation Plus, man. So that's just my opinion on it. That the Hell Let Loose, I'm definitely going to give it a go and give it a try. But it's just a weak month for me.
Yeah, it's a weak month for me as well. I'm kind of just like, I'm good, man. Like just cause Vanguard and how that was, and then this, I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
you're looking
good,
like too
man.
much like
Yeah,
Vanguard.
I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm not
Yo,
trying
Persona,
to.
you funny, yeah.
I'm not trying to deal with it, man. I'm like, listen, y'all got it, man. I'm not this month, not this month. I'm gonna pass on this month, man. But it's a cool month for those who care about that stuff. Um, but it is what it is. That's the month. What grade, what score would you give it?
Mm, I'm gonna because Hell Let Loose. I don't know. It's a new game, right? But just basing it off of the offering a new game, so I'm taking back some of the criticism on that. But the two games that they're offering within the PlayStation 4, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
For me personally, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10 because that Hellblade got giving me the Hellblade. I mean that Hell Let Loose is giving me goddamn Vanguard vibes, bro. And I'm having PTSD off that shit, bro. I'm good. It's all right. You know, I'm good. But yo, moving on, man. Let's talk about this Horizon, man. Yo, Barry, kind of lead us off with this, man, because Gorilla and PlayStation kind of went very in depth on the creative process of I was about to say Ellie, Aloy, and how like
Yep.
building her out and upgrading her, and like we're looking at like some of the details in her face and what it took to do this. So kind of
Mhm.
lead us off with this, Barry.
Okay, so once again, PlayStation is elegantly answering a lot of the community or just general gaming perceptions when it comes to Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Because a lot of people were saying things like, "Oh, it doesn't look too much of a big difference when it comes to Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Oh, why does Aloy look like this and things like that?" And PlayStation's like, you know what? We're going to answer those questions here, and we're going to talk about Aloy's face. You guys want to mention Aloy's face and makeup and all that stuff? So Horizon Zero Dawn, which Aloy looks great, right?
Hmm.
She she looks she looks great at that time in 2017 when the game came out. But if you was to compare Zero Dawn and how she looked, her face was like a little bit more like clay like, right? A little bit more plastic, like she's a doll in like a Barbie doll or something like that with a not saying that it didn't look good at that time, but just comparing it to Forbidden West. Now Forbidden West, just the texture, the lighting, it just gives a more realistic point of view as far as how this female character looks. So now you're seeing stuff like the peach fuzz on her hair, the blemishes on her face is much more profound and things like that. So they're
Hmm.
going into a lot of technical details that I'm not a developer to elaborate on, but just looking at the pictures, right? Just looking at a picture, you can definitely see the upgrade here that they're doing. This is not just we got the same engine and we're just gonna patch a few things here and there and slap a part two in there. No, they're actually putting a lot of quality work into giving a sequel to the game, and they're focusing a lot. I'm not saying that they didn't do this on Zero Dawn, but they focus a lot on just bringing more detail to Aloy, from the hair strands at the top of her head, the peach fuzz, her lips, her eyes are more profound. Like it just looks amazing. See, you got the picture up right there. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? When you go onto the PlayStation blog site, you can definitely see it. Like, damn, she looks much more detailed here. And we're not even talking about the like the costume, because they're talking about a lot of cosplay guides, because Aloy is one of those characters that is heavily cosplayed. So kudos to Gorilla, man. Like once again, these guys know what they got to do. They're technically capable of producing something that would set the bar for graphical detail in their games. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that Horizon Forbidden West is going to be one of those games again that's going to set that bar. And they also saying that they're not, they're pushing the PlayStation 4 as well. And we all know they're going to be pushing that PlayStation 4 because you're going to hear that you're going to hear that thing pushing when it comes to Forbidden West, if you guys are playing it on PlayStation 4. But I think we all are in for a treat here. That's how far stunning Aloy is going to look in the game. And a lot of people saying that, oh, she looked fatter. No, she doesn't. Because if you look at these pictures here, she just looks more detailed, man. She doesn't look fatter at all. They're just showing more detail. Like you can tell she's going through some heat because she got some sun marks on her face and stuff like. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
I'm super happy with what they're doing here from what I read uh, with this article.
Yeah, 100%. I agree, man. I think it's really good to see how detailed Gorilla is remaining when it comes to how they're pumping out their games and creating. And this is
Yeah.
really and truly, this is the stuff that I love to see from developers when it comes to showing off their games, like really letting people know, like, look, we are creating something game changing here. You feel me? Like this is the next level. This is the next step,
Yep.
right? And I can really appreciate Gorilla, PlayStation, and whatnot for doing this. And Ellie looks great. Why do I keep saying Ellie?
Ellie.
Aloy.
Ayla, I want you to know.
Aloy, I
Yeah, there we go.
want
You
you
to
to
notice
notice
me.
me.
Aloy, notice me.
Aloy, I
remix.
to notice me.
Notice me, Aloy. But you know, it definitely is a great thing to see here. So I'm very happy about that, man. Shout out to Aloy, shout out to Gorilla, shout out to PlayStation, shout out to
And
the
you see
whole
the
team.
title, Persona. You see the title. That's all I'm saying. Like PlayStation is very strategic in how they answer like a lot of community, pushback, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
here they say Horizon Forbidden West evolving Aloy.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I wish we're talking about the evolution of this character from Horizon Zero Dawn now to Forbidden West. Oh, it's not a big upgrade. I think
I
not.
beg to differ.
Here's what we did.
I beg to
Yeah,
differ, sir. I beg to differ.
exactly.
Yeah, it's always subtle. Like that's one thing I love about PlayStation is that like the way they do respond to criticisms or these rumors or things like that, it's never direct. It's always indirect, and it's very subtle, man. Like it's just like, oh yeah, you think this is really? You think this isn't going to push the needle? Oh hey, here's this article explaining how we created Aloy in this manner, right? It's like stuff like that. I'm just like, yo, like that's amazing. That's really dope, right? So shout out to PlayStation and Gorilla. I can't wait to play Jesus. I can't wait to play her. I'm so flustered because the interview. It's so much like support and
You read it. You're reading the last
yeah.
stuff.
I'm reading everything and like it's just so much energy and this interview really happened. So like I'm still processing it in my brain. So I'm kind of all over the place right now. But yeah, I can't wait to play Horizon Forbidden West in February. I double dipped. You feel me? We ready out there. So that's really good. Now, Barry, let's get to a disappointment. Let's get to the disappointments when it comes to PlayStation.
What are you talking about, Persona, man? What are you talking about?
I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about their factions or lack thereof. So let's talk about Last of Us Day, Barry, right? Because Last of Us Day was it was interesting. So there was a lot of things that kind of got announced, right? So now there is going to be a photo mode in Last of Us Part 2, and there's this photo mode competition or challenge or whatever that they were doing, that they were doing. And they also announced a new Joel statue, which I'm not gonna lie, man, this Joel statue actually looks really
fire.
Good. Yeah, it looked fire. No, it definitely looks fire.
It's Dark Horse too, so I know it's quality.
Yeah, Dark Horse. Yeah, so I'm definitely I think I am gonna pick that up for sure, right? Then obviously the merch that we had went over last week, they had announced that, right? Then obviously the return of the photo mode, but then they said, guys, don't worry, we've heard you. I'm trying to look for it in the article. Here it is, right here. Don't worry, guys, we heard you.
To the bottom.
That's right here. We to cap it off, please check back at naughtydog.com at 8 p.m. Eastern for a Last of Us Day wrap-up note to you amazing fans. I'm thinking, oh, okay. Everyone, because when this happened, I was like, yo, listen, no factions, no nothing. I'm very disappointed, right? People were telling me, oh, well, wait a second, Persona. It's not over yet. We've still got, 8 o'clock. Wait till 8 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, y'all, I said that, it ain't going to be nothing monumental because if it was, it would have been announced now sooner rather than later. They're like, oh, no, wait till 8. Trust us. Trust me. I'm like, all right. 8 o'clock rolled around, Bari. It was just a regular letter thanking the fans and letting them know. I'm trying to find it. And letting them know, which one? Where was it? Something in The Last of Us. Yeah, here we go, right here. It was thanking the fans, letting them know. In short, we're working on it. And when they say working on it, they're talking about factions. We see the community comments as many of you clamor for more multiplayer and want updates. For now, we'll say that we love that the team is developing and want to give them time to build out their ambitious project. We'll reveal more when it's ready. To that end, we've been busy growing our team inside the kennel since The Last of Us Part 2 launched and are currently in full swing of hiring for multiplayer-related positions. Hint, hint. So if you or somebody you know qualifies for anything, you see our jobs page apply. Bari.
Wow.
That was it. That was the wait for 8 o'clock. What's your thoughts?
I feel like it was poorly executed. Um, I remember the beginning of the PlayStation. Not the beginning, but before the PlayStation 5 was out. You remember back in 2020 and how we saw some of these articles and they're just doing a whole bunch of explanations or they're saying a whole bunch of gibberish,
Mm-hmm.
but there's nothing to line it up with, right? There's no picture, there's no, concept art, there's no little teaser. And I feel Naughty Dog being in the game so long, with this announcement, you could at least put up some type of 30-second trailer or some type of concept art of what is being worked on when it comes to factions. Because you guys announced this, I think it was like back in 2019 when they announced that there's no multiplayer in the game. It was like late 2019 or something like that. There's not going to be any multiplayer in the game. You could, you know what I mean? Like you've been working on this for since then. When you announced it, you said, "Oh, don't worry, guys. We factions is coming, and you see all these job listings." So we're pretty sure that you guys are working on it. But just to have what you just displayed up there, I feel like it's a little tacky, man. Like you got to give us more of this. It's not like this thing is like it's just something like two people want. This is something that the entire Naughty Dog community is you're not demanding, but it's something that we desire. So I feel like just to give your first update on something like this, you should have had a little bit more there. I
Yeah.
may, maybe tacky is not the word to choose to use, right? Uh, I'll say not prepared or something like that, right? They could have been more prepared, in my opinion. But we understand that COVID is happening. COVID is definitely changing how a lot of these studios interact and how things are being produced. But I just feel for a studio that has the caliber like Naughty Dog, they could have announced it much better with a picture, a 30-second trailer, something. You know what I mean? Than just some text. That's just me. Line it up with something, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I agree 100%. This is what I was saying as well. It's like, yo, guys, even just some pictures, little screenshots from work in progress or something that would have been talked about for weeks, months. You know, something as small as that. I just because I don't know. I feel like keeping fans waiting this long because this here's my thing too, man. Like because you see a lot of people. Oh, I don't really care about factions. I care about the game. I don't know why you guys are worried. It'll come when it comes. This conversation don't need you. This isn't a conversation you need to be in, especially if you don't care about factions. Why are you in the conversation? Like, move on, right? But my whole thing is when it comes to PlayStation and when it comes to Naughty Dog, Naughty Dog being in the business as long as they have been, they know a teaser. They should have done a teaser, just like they did with Last of Us Part 2, right? In
Exactly,
26
Persona.
in
Exactly.
2016, they just showed the Firefly symbol and the world went crazy. We ain't see the
Mm-hmm.
game 4 years for 4 years. Not seeing it as in playing it. We didn't play the game. The game released in 2020. They first
Yeah.
showed us in 2016, right?
Yep.
So it's not like Naughty Dog is not any it's not like Naughty Dog are strangers of this of showing off something and still getting back to work and getting behind the scenes or whatever. But it's like with the factions, I feel like if they would have done something kind of like how they did the initial reveal of Last of Us 2, that personally for me personally that would have been enough. A quick little teaser, 10-15 seconds, bro, that would have tied me over for another year. Straight up, I'm not even kidding. Like I'd have been good with that. Like okay, they're definitely working on it. I'm so hyped, and I really think that would have shut the community up. Now, what you're gonna see is even more. Where's factions? Where's this? Especially after Last of Us Day coming and going, and still nothing. That the factions community is a very dedicated, hardcore community. They're gonna keep asking. I've asked a couple times. I'm not gonna bug them, right? And I did my podcast on it, but they're gonna keep asking, man. They're gonna keep asking, and they're gonna keep bugging them. And I feel like a trailer would have tied people over for a little
Yeah.
bit.
That could have shut people up for a couple of months. until we got something concrete as far as like some gameplay. But I just feel like they know what the people want and they know how to deliver. I'm not saying that whenever factions come, it's not going to be great or it's not going to be fun or it's not going to be like a Marvel. But to announce something like this on Last of Us Day, knowing that people been clamoring, just to see a little bit of it, I think it was poorly executed. And
So when do you think we will see factions? What's your prediction? What's your speculation on that?
I mean, what else do we have? What else is coming up? Tokyo Game Show is right now. I think is
But they
Paris
said
Games Week still going on?
no. I don't think Paris
No,
Week is
right?
happening.
Yeah, I'm.
Game Awards. We might see
Oh,
something there.
awards. Game
Yeah.
Awards might be possible, but would they reveal like a multiplayer thing there? Like me personally, I feel that it's not just going to be factions. I think it's going to be like expansion and factions. You know what I mean? Like I already told my personal wants
Expansion and fact.
as
So
far
like
as
an
giving,
expansion to the Last of Us Part 2 and
yeah,
factions.
like give a
Okay.
point of view of Tommy, give Tommy's perspective as far as what he went through in
Mm-hmm.
Seattle. I think that would be cool. You know, um, but I personally feel they're not just going to have, oh, here's this factions and enjoy. I think they're going to have something more than that. Uh, there's no way, there's no reason why it would take so long unless you're going to have something more than that. Unless factions are just much bigger than we expecting it. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when they will announce it.
Mm. I think we're not going to get it. This is just me. I don't think we're getting an announcement till at least spring of next year, if not summer. I don't think we're getting an announcement.
Yeah, you
anytime
might be
soon.
right. You might be right.
Because they're still hiring, and I mean, how far along are they? So I don't think we're getting anything for a while.
we tuned in.
Yeah,
They told us tune in whatever 8 o'clock, and
it
we
was
got a text.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. It turned
That
out
we're
to be
hiring
nothing.
people.
Yeah. I was like, listen,
Yeah.
I love you, Naughty Dog, but come on, man. You know better than to do that. You know better.
We got a text to let us know that they're hiring people for multiplayer. So
Exactly. Like, all right, cool. I guess we're gonna have to wait.
as you say, respect my time.
Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
Yo, PSX is coming back. I hope so, man. I think that would be dope, man. Real talk.
Yeah, for real. Yo, for real. I really think that would be good. It needs to come back. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just because you be around like-minded gamers, and some of you all who've never went can finally go. And
Yeah.
Take over, Bar.
And I feel like hopefully people like Jim Ryan, Herman Holtz, anybody that does any communications when it comes to events like that, we're listening to the show. And just I'm pretty sure they're hearing feedback as far as this is something that we'll like. And this is not just tied to us, the PlayStation fans. These are people like Greg Miller and kind of funny, and the IGNs and the Game Informers. They would love a PlayStation experience as well.
Yeah.
And I do understand that there's COVID, but outside of COVID, I just feel like this is something that the PlayStation community definitely enjoyed, man. And it's a big difference watching PlayStation experience and actually being there. I can attest to that. It is a huge difference because going there and you're just gonna be walking to go get you a pretzel, and you see Neil Druckmann. It's like, oh Neil, oh shit, yo Neil, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a wild experience, man. You're going to get some juice, and you see Greg Miller saying, hey, you know what I mean? What's up, best friends? And I'm like, what? Greg Miller's right there. I'm like, Greg, and he's like, hey, what's up? Let's take a picture. All right, let's go. It's just a crazy. I never experienced nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I loved it, and I just want to continue.
Yeah, 100%. 100% agree. I think it would be a great thing to bring that back. So PlayStation, if you're listening, definitely bring that back. It's amazing. I just got an amazing message from Shawn. I'm smiling. Hey, I'm gonna send it to you in the DMs.
Sean. Like I said, Sean, subscribe. Yo, we appreciate all the subscribers, guys. Thank you for joining the channel. Hopefully, you guys enjoy your stay here at What's Up PlayStation Podcast, and we continue to deliver that PlayStation fragrance.
Yeah, the fragrances. Hey man, you need to trademark that real quick. Cause
yeah, man, we gonna get that trademarked. We gonna put that on some t-shirts.
That fragrance.
We're gonna actually have Herman Holtz hold up a bottle.
That fragrance t-shirt. Are you
Herman Holtz? Just contact me in the DMs. We're gonna talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Where you just hold up a bottle of blue juice and like PlayStation for just holler at me, Herman. We got some ideas.
Nothing too crazy. But yo, man, let's move on. Yo, so we thought PlayStation was done with the acquisitions, but my God, were they not? And this one is probably out of left field and something that I wasn't even expecting. But Firesprite, which was recently acquired by PlayStation last week or the week before, might have been 2 weeks past now, but Firesprite now went and acquired Fabric Games. So now Firesprite is acquiring studios. You feel me? So Fabric Games will now be a part of Firesprite Studios, which is obviously essentially under PlayStation. Bari, man, what's your thoughts on that, man? Have you ever seen a studio acquire a studio like that before?
You know what's funny about this, right? That Fabric Game Studio, they were like the Firesprite was like a branch. There was a part of Firesprite. I think it was Fabric Game Studio.
The Fabric Game Studio president was with them, left, made his own studio, Fabric Games, and now it's being acquired by Firesprite.
Yeah, I thought I saw Fabric Games, and then Firesprite sprouted out from there, and then Firesprite kind of went on their own, and then now they're back together. It was something weird It was a weird triangle going on there, but yeah, man, this is great news because the studio that was already announced, that was pretty big with 265 people, just got bigger. So we don't know what they're creating, but this is just like, we can speculate and we can just be like, okay, we know that they're gonna make it be a AAA. I think it's like a AAA multiplayer type game or something like that. They said. This is just great because now you have more people where you can, get that goal that what you want to create accomplished. So yeah, I'm for it. I never heard a studio purchasing a studio.
Me neither.
But they already have some type of relationship going on, so I'm with it. Whatever you guys create, I'm excited.
I think because one thing I always think about when it comes to studios getting larger or getting more people and things like that is that the more people that's there, the quicker games can get pumped out, but also the more they can do, right? Like, because if you got a studio of maybe 500, 600 people, and I'm only spitballing numbers here, but if you got a studio of 500 or 600 people, right, you can, if you're efficient enough, you can split that team up into 250 or whatever, and really have 2 or 3 games being made at once, which keeps the flow of content steady. And
or you can get ideas out there while you're creating a game, because I'm pretty sure while people's developing a game, there's other people that is, okay, we're developing or we're doing certain things, let's get a set people to create some concepts as far as future games that we'll deliver. So you always have like that wheel always turning with bigger studios. So
Fabric Games is now under Firesprite, which is obviously under PlayStation. Really cool acquisition, right? And I can't wait to see what they bring, what they have next, what they have cooking, because we know that Firesprite has 2 games in development. One is a darker adventure style game. The other one is supposed to be a multiplayer FPS. So right, multiplayer FPS. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what it is.
But because they have the game called Persistence.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be an FPS, right? Yeah. So and these are not VR titles. These are like full-fledged AAA level games that they have in development. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited to see what they have cooking, and I wonder if this if these 2 games are in addition to the 25 games that Herman Holtz has said they have in development that are both from first party and third party partners that they have, or if this is
Mm-hmm.
within that number, right? Because if these two games and this acquisition is in addition to, boy oh boy, is this generation going to be magical for PlayStation? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you,
Yeah.
100%.
And then
No pushback here.
I'm about to, yo, Bari gonna keep saying that, bro. He never gonna not say that, because he know it's gonna annoy me. That's why he gonna keep saying it. So another acquisition that I don't think none of us are surprised about, but I'm finally happy that it has been confirmed is Blue Point Studios. Let me give a round of applause real quick
Yes,
to Blue Point.
sir.
Round of applause for Blue Point, man. I'm very happy
Welcome
that
to
Blue
the
Point
family.
is here. Welcome to the PlayStation family. Bari, thoughts real quick, because Blue Point's. Well, okay, two questions from you, right? Give us, give the audience your thoughts, obviously. But then a question I want to ask you, Bari, is 5 might be too much. I did 5. You don't have to do 5, but give me 3 to 5 things that you want to see come from Blue Point Studios.
Yeah, sure. So my thoughts, I'm not surprised. I think this makes perfect sense, and we kind of got spoiled already by the leak by Japan Studios that Blue Point was acquired. Great job on PlayStation switching up the actual picture to welcome them in the family. That's to show that a little something different. But we already seen it in PlayStation. Okay, we've seen it. But yeah, it makes perfect sense, man, because as of late they've been dealing with PlayStation with all the games that they've been delivering, the Uncharted collection, Shadow of the Colossus, then we have Demon Soul PS5, and they've been doing great jobs with whatever they've been delivering. And I felt like it just made perfect sense. It's not a surprise. Like same thing when it goes to I'm not Insomniac, Housemart. It just made perfect sense for PlayStation to scoop up quality like this so others won't, get it. This is something that PlayStation community knows. So we're going to just give you and solidify whatever you guys already know. These developers that have already been working with PlayStation. You guys already know the quality of content they're going to deliver, and we just want to confirm that they are part of the family. So they're not going anywhere. So we're going to continue to deliver that quality content and focus on that one platform, which is PlayStation. So yeah, I'm very happy for Blue Point, and congratulations to them for joining the PlayStation Studios. But as far as you said, what 3 things you
Yeah,
want to see from them?
give the audience 3 or 5 things, 3 to 5. And if you have less, then that's fine. But if you can get to 3, that'd be cool. Give them 3 to 5 things that you wouldn't want to see come out of Blue Point, because we know that Blue Point is notorious for um, making doing a lot of remakes, but also how high quality their remakes are. Like these honestly, I would say, and this might be a stretch, and I know some of you guys might disagree, but I think that Blue Point has done some of the best remakes in the business. Especially with their most
Yeah,
recent one
absolutely.
being
Them and Capcom for sure.
yes, Capcom would definitely be up there as well. But especially looking at Demon Souls and how well they did that, which I think is some of their best work so far when it comes to the remake area. Um, you know, Give me 3 to 5 things you want to see in the future from them.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Personally, I would love to see them recreate a game I love, which is The Legend of Dragoon. I would love to see them tackle an RPG game like that because they already did that with like kind of like Demon Souls. Demon Souls, how people they want to put it in its own genre as far as Souls genre, but it is a RPG, you know.
Mhm.
But I would love to see them tackle something like a Legend of Dragoon. But even though I want them to do like a remake in that fashion, I also want to see them create something new.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't be opposed for them to show their chops and how they can do the things that they have done with remakes, but also create their own story. So you're getting that quality and this is a Blue Point story, original story that they have created. And I want to see if they have those chops, man. If they have that type of prowess when it comes to doing original content. I know they already said that they will be doing some original content, and I think they're also working on a remake as well. Herman Holtz, Jim Ryan, they're smart people. They know what they're going to do. They know the type of studio they acquired, and I feel like they're going to deliver, regardless of what they're going to do. Blue Point, they're going to deliver hardcore. Third, I want to see them also. Then now going into three things is kind of like pushing it, right? But I want to see them do something in the VR space as well, man. Because we're gonna have PlayStation VR 2 coming, so I would love to see them tackle that because I think I agree 100% with you when they set the bar. They're setting the bar when it comes to um, just these remakes. But I want to see what you're gonna do with like VR. Like, can you set that bar when it comes to VR for as quality and things like that? So yeah, man, that would be dope to to see them do that. But yeah, I don't know if I can go 5 or 4. 4 or 5. But
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. For me, those are pretty good though. I think those are good ones. For me, I had put my five up on Twitter. I think yesterday or the day before. But for me, top of the list is a new IP or an original game from them. Like I definitely do want to see Blue Point given the freedom and the ability to create their own game, right? I want them to do that. I want to see how how great they are at story structure. Develop, we already know their technical prowess when it comes to actually developing and creating games. That's not something I'm worried about at all. But I do want to see how their story structure capabilities, the world building from the ground up of their own, right? And really see the ideas that Bluepoint has coming out of their studio. Because again, this is a group of very talented guys and girls, and I do think they should be afforded the possibility to be able to create their own new IP. So I would love to see that from them, and that is top of the list, right? But when you're good at something, never do it for free, right? When you're good at something, a lot of people are going to also want that
classic
from you
Joker
as
quote.
well, of course. And I do, listen, man, Bluepoint are good at doing remakes. I'm sorry, I want them to do the Resistance Collection remakes, all three games, 100%.
Yo,
Listen,
yo, like a FPS. That's
yes,
kind of yeah. That yo, I like that. I
yes,
like that.
Resistance remakes. I want them to do the infamous 1 and 2 remakes. You feel me?
Yo,
I
Persona,
want
yo,
that.
chill, bruh.
I want
Now,
that,
now
bro.
you tickling my fancies.
I want that, man. I really do, because they are that good. I want them to do a Legend of Dragoon remake. They are on the
Yes, sir.
PlayStation. PlayStation, it's time. Let's get that Legend of Dragoon remake out. The streets need that. And then last but not least, because PlayStation All Stars doesn't have a dev, give that to Bluepoint. Let them try to hand at a PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale 2. Let them try their hand at that and see how that goes. I wouldn't mind giving that project to them and see how they build that out. And that's a lot of what I would want from Bluepoint. But for obviously top of the list, Bluepoint, if you're listening, I love you guys and girls over there. Top of the list is obviously I want you guys to create your own, because I know you guys do want that freedom and ability to do that, and I'm with you wholeheartedly. I want you guys to create something first and foremost. Create your own project. I do, but I also want you guys to do these remakes as well, because you're so good. You're so good. You feel me? So congrats to
Yeah, I mean,
Bluepoint.
yo, if you're good at you do, what I mean. It ain't broken. Don't fix it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I do want to specify and emphasize that I do want Bluepoint to also be afforded the ability and opportunity to create their own IP from the ground up, 100%, and that's the top of the list. But yo, shout out to Bluepoint. Welcome to the PlayStation family. You will not be. You're among great people, great talent, right? Can't wait to see what you create next. And you've got the PlayStation Nation support behind you,
Yeah.
100%. And you know
Let
this,
me
right?
get these two super chats, Persona.
Yeah, go ahead.
From Borbor Country. With a $2 super chat. It's a Returnal Game of the Year on gameplay and atmosphere. I agree. Returnal has some great gameplay, an amazing atmosphere, and the DualSense contributed to that as well. I the Returnal definitely needs to be in the Game of the Year talks, in my personal opinion. Then
Yes.
we have the Irish podcast. Shout out to the Titanfall Princess, my homegirl, Nancy.
Shout
Shout
to
out to Nancy,
Nancy.
man.
Mm-hmm.
With the $5 super chat, she said, "Meep." Yeah, shout out to Nancy on that, man.
Yeah.
But
Shout
yeah,
out to
go ahead,
Nancy.
Upsuna.
Yeah, man. Just real quick again, man. The overwhelming love and support on Twitter. It's
Yo,
very
Twitter
it's
blowing
very
up,
overwhelming.
man.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming. But I love it, and we appreciate all of you. I'm trying to retweet and like and respond to everything. I've got over 200 mentions. I can't, in like 10 messages. So I'll try to get through that, guys. I'm trying. But yo, so let's move on, man. So let's talk about this PlayStation Now, PS5 on PS Now. How Sony may be preparing to bring PS5 games streaming to PC and PS4 via PS5. Excuse me, via PS Now. And this comes from let me see. Now it appears Sony may be shaping up to provide similar service according to a patent spotted by DualShockers. And so the patent, I'm gonna bring it up now. Just give me a second, let it load.
Yep.
So the patent, it pretty much talks about. I'm sorry, guys. Let me bring this up real quick. So the patent pretty talks about high, ultra high speed, low latency network storage, and it brings mentions of like PlayStation 5 and its services and really what it's trying to do. So, Barry, what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I feel that they're just gearing up for future updates. As far as I think the PlayStation 5 is a little bit in its infancy stages, where I don't think you'll see PS Now PlayStation 5 games as of right now. But maybe down like 2 3 years, you probably see a whole bunch of PlayStation 5 games being added there, especially from third party or probably some of the launch title games. Like you'll probably see the PS5 version of Miles Morales in there for like 3 months, or you'll probably see Destruction All Star in there for some strange reason, or Ratchet and Clank finally going in there until November 2023 to uh, March 2023 or something like that.
So you think more
But
so
I
you
don't.
think more so launch titles for this?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see as of right now is coming in, but probably like around 2023, you'll see like these stuff being implemented where you most likely will probably get like a lot of PlayStation 5 versions of the games because they do cross gen, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
might see, oh, now you can download the PlayStation 5 version, because a lot of people probably going to subscribe to PS Now, but it's the PS4 version of the game they downloaded. What if they have a PS5 but they want to play the Miles Morales PS5 version? So I feel like they're just gearing up for that. Um, but yeah, the patents are made all the time. I don't think just because you see a patent is going to be something that's going to be implemented right away. But I do think it's going to be coming down in the future. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they uh how they implement something like this. Um, I do hope it's rather later than sooner. But that's my own selfish want. Right.
Hmm.
But we'll
I
we'll,
feel
we'll
like the
definitely.
price is going to increase, probably go back up again if they do it too. You know.
Yeah, no, the price is definitely going. It's wholeheartedly going back up. That's 100% facts. Right. Um. All right, so let's move on. Yo, Barry. Let's talk about this real quick, Barry. What's your thoughts on Lucid Games making a Twisted Metal game? You think that's true? You think that's happening? Is a new
Yo,
report that
it's
claims
funny
that Lucid
seeing
Games
that.
is developing a Twisted Metal revival, and I'm like, if that was the case, I love Destruction All Stars, but I'd rather they would have just done Twisted Metal and been done with it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like once again, we're gonna bring back the word tacky or poorly executed. I just feel like not nothing against Lucid Games, because I think they did a great job when it comes to the destruction and just the collision when it comes to Destruction All Stars. But I feel that if you're gonna create a game like that, you would need the original creator on board with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And his approvals and things like that. In my personal opinion, I just think it's the right thing to do. No
100%.
different than if somebody's gonna be, oh, I want to do a remake to Metal Gear. Yeah, you're gonna need the original creator on board, just to give feedback or certain things that you might want to implement, and it might not be a good idea because the original creator is like, hey, I don't think that's probably good, or this might be a good idea. So Lucid Games doing it, I don't think they are. It's too far fetched, but I don't think the rumor is true just because watching David Jaffe as well. Shout out to David Jaffe. He feels like, I mean, he sounds like he has no idea what's going on with it. And that's my personal outlook on it. Is I feel like you need the original creator as well to give some insight on creating something like that. But yeah, I don't think it's true though. I don't think the rumor is true, to be honest with you. But we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I'm good on that. I'm be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm good. I'm good, bro.
Oh, they say David Jaffe want an indie version of Twisted Metal. I mean, if he has the budget, he's gonna do what he got to do. But I'm just saying, like, not even. I don't think. I'm not even saying that he has to be in the creative process. No, I'm no. Matter of fact, let me take that back. I'm not saying that he has to be like part of the development process, like him doing the coding and all that stuff. But I feel like somebody that has created a franchise beloved like that in the PlayStation community, you will want to have him in the creative process where he can guide the developers as far as what they should implement and what they shouldn't implement. You know what I mean? Like this is somebody that put their blood, sweat, and tears into creating something, and you're doing like a remake or whatever they calling it, should be a part of it. That's just my personal opinion.
No, it makes sense though. I definitely agree. He Jaffe should definitely be able to give some sort of insight into the development, the creative process. Um, but I don't know. I don't know if him. I don't know if Jaffe and PlayStation are playing nice right now. Like I don't know what that situation looks like. So if something like this were happening, if they're not playing nice, Jaffe's not giving no insight.
Yeah, I get the God of War comparison as well. But they did have people that were originally a part of God of War in the new 2018. You know what I mean? You did have like, I don't know if Lucid Game is like the original people that, or anybody in Lucid Game was the original people that helped create Twisted Metal. You know what I mean? But Sony Santa Monica, they were already a part of creating God of War. Yeah, David Jaffe was a part of that as well. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know Lucid Games, background as far as is there anybody that helped create Twisted Metal there. I just feel like just out of respect, it will be somebody.
Yeah.
You will want somebody that originally created the game to have their insight on the creative process of it as well.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Shamir Gamer, we appreciate you as well. Very proud of you guys. Love you. We appreciate that, honestly.
Thank you guys.
We really love and appreciate the community as well, all of you. All right, man. Yo, let's get into the topic. I was thinking about it because remember I didn't put a topic because I was like, what are we talking about? Then I was like, you know what? This is a perfect time for us to sit down, Bari, and actually talk about that whole Chris Judge thing with explaining why God of War got delayed.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that, guys. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so Christopher Judge, who is the hold on, I'm pulling up this tweet.
Quick little announcement. With the purchase of with the acquiring of Blue Point, news also came out that Demon Souls on PlayStation 5 has sold more than 1.4 million copies since launch.
Oh yes,
so that's
very
huge.
good. That's very good news. Yes.
Yeah, that's huge for them. And there was more little information that came out there with the interview with Jonathan Dornbush from IGN. But I have to pull up that article. But no, go ahead and continue. Oh, there's another thing I wanted to mention too, Persona.
Go ahead.
Spider-Man 2 will be darker than Emperor Strikes Back style sequel. It's like an Emperor Strikes Back type of sequel. And I just feel like a lot of people is reading a little bit too much into it. I just feel like the comparison to Emperor Strikes Back is just more it's darker because I feel like now that you have the symbiote you're gonna be dealing with, you have friendships that you're gonna be probably, being tarnished with Harry and Peter. It's just that darker aspect I think they're gonna be tackling. I don't think it's gonna be like something where they find out that Ben Parker's alive or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Ben Parker's a
I
bad
think in
guy.
terms of darker though, I think there might be some surprise deaths or much more blood, much bloodier. Because
Yeah.
if it's come on, remind me of his name, Kang, not Kang. Oh my god,
Who?
the main villain you thought it was gonna be. I forgot. I can't put his name right now. Spider-Man
Who talking
villain.
about
What's his name?
who you talking about I mean part two?
Yeah, part two. The main villain who you thought it was gonna be. Who was it? I can't put his name in my head right now. Um,
I thought it was gonna be.
yeah. That we all thought it. That we all thought it's gonna be the main villain for Spider-Man 2, the game. The guy that was talking. Who you thought was talking? You thought that was who? I forgot his name. I
Oh,
can't
he
place
was
his name.
talking. You talking about Craven.
Craven, thank you. I couldn't pronounce his, like place his name.
Yeah, I'm trying to
But
figure like what you
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
I couldn't. I'm Craven. I kept saying I'm thinking Kang in my head. I couldn't think of Craven. Yeah, well, because
No, that was him
Craven.
talking for sure.
No, okay,
Guaranteed.
no,
100%.
100%. I agree with you as well. What I'm saying is, they have to go that darker tone if Craven's the main guy because Craven, he does a lot of crazy stuff to Parker in the comics. So yeah, you got to go that much dark.
Craven.
Plus, you've got Venom, and I wholeheartedly think the symbiote is definitely going to be attaching to Parker at some point in this game. I
Yeah,
believe it.
they kind of alluded to that because the Spider-Man symbol it changed over to the white and black. So
Yes.
yeah, it might start off with like Harry, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some type of play that's going on where Parker got the symbiote attached to him. Because if you want to go comic book, right, you can't do what the movies is doing. With what's his name, Tom?
Tom Holland.
What's the dude name?
Tom
The dude
Holland.
that played Bane.
Oh, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. You can't have it. You can't have that Venom because Venom got his abilities and all that stuff from just attaching it and syncing with Peter Parker and his Spider-Man abilities, right? It goes even deeper when it comes to like his first interactions with Deadpool, and that's why the symbiote is so mind crazy and all that stuff. But they kind of went away from that with other implementations of Venom and Anti Venom and all that. But I'm saying that the symbiote definitely has to touch or bond with Parker, and I feel like the darker tone is going to happen where you're going to see that conflict between Parker dealing with a symbiote and how he tackles other like villains in the story. Like he might push it a little bit too far, and he might be a little bit darker there. You know what I mean? And then you have to deal with a relationship with him and Harry and stuff like that. You might have to deal with Captain Watanabe or her being a wraith.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. It's going to be a little bit darker, but it's more like an emotional darker thing than this dark for no
I
reason.
definitely feel like Miles is fighting Peter in this in this game for sure. You're going to be playing
Oh
as
yeah, it
Miles
might be a
having to
little
fight
fight there
Peter. Oh
because
yeah.
controlling Parker as far as like, yo, man, you're going a little too far, bro.
Yep. We ain't got that black
Never know.
suit. 100%. 100% agree. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Spider-Man 2. It's in great hands with Brian Ithar and the Insomniac team. Especially if they go
Absolutely.
in this darker tone. This full range, man. All bets are off. Pulling out all the stops. It's going to be a crazy time. So I'm very excited for that.
Absolutely.
Very
No
excited.
pushback here.
Nope. All right, man. Let's get to. All right, man. Let's get into the topic, man. Let's talk about this, man. So Chris Judge, actor from Stargate SG-1, and most recently, God of War 2018.
And T'Challa.
And T'Challa. Shout out to him, Mr. T'Challa. He really kind of let loose this past week and really like laid it all out on the table for us. And I have to start by saying this. I really appreciate him being transparent like this. It's a very, very I really, really appreciate him doing all of that, right? So let's it's kind of out of order, so I want to get the right order here. Uh All right, so he says, no threats, no. He says, I'm feeling 100%. I'm in my feelings right now. I need to be forthcoming. This has been approved by no one, meaning that Sony Santa Monica PlayStation, nobody okayed him to put this tweet out. And he says, to the beloved fandom, Ragnarok was delayed because of me. August 2019, I couldn't walk. I had to have back surgery, both hips replaced, and knee surgery. Damn. They waited for me to rehab. No threats. No, what do you think? Who do you think you are? Nothing but love and support. And Sony Santa Monica has never said a word about the delay and what caused it. Sony are not Sony. Studios are assholes, but this company from top to bottom should give us hope. What they did for the crew is way more. Hold on, where's the other? He kind of put this out of order. That's just that I can't talk about, but I've said to all involved, it's not the classiest thing that I've ever heard about in the business. Everyone involved in the God of War franchise puts their hearts and souls into every frame you see. I want to thank everyone that has allowed me to play and laugh and love and cry without judgment, but the unconditional support and love in this thing of all of ours. So yeah, man, essentially the reason why it was delayed was because Chris had to do surgery. It was he had
Yeah, man.
he had to do
We
some
all
major
questioned
surgery.
it
Yeah.
because they did have the expected goal of coming out in 2021. I think they would have made it.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, when a voice actor or actor, have like an injury like that, yeah, you're gonna get some delays. And this happened in 2019, so COVID was something that nobody expected. So that was also another hurdle that was added to to help delay the game. So yeah, I'm shocked that he actually came out saying that there's no approval by Sony Santa Monica or PlayStation. This is just my thoughts. I'm guessing there was some type of feedback going on, or people being
Well,
like a little
I
bit
think it was because a lot
upset.
of people, a lot of people were upset at the fact that the game got delayed because they did say slated for 2021. Seemed
Yeah.
very, excuse me, seemed very confident at first. It then kind of switched gears once 2021 hit and kind of went dead silent. And then we finally
Mhm.
got confirmation. Hey, look, 2022. And even when it happened, Corey Barlog was very, very out in front of it about like, look, this is all on me. Yo, listen, Corey Barlog is such a class act, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Corey,
really
he's
have a lot of
he
respect for that dude, man,
yeah.
because he like, listen, this is all on me. Nobody else. Blame me. Come at me. No one else on the team. Blah, blah. I really respect the man for doing that because like that takes a lot of guts and courage. So and I really appreciate Chris Judge again being transparent. But what you gonna say, Barry?
I also want to highlight, um like, look what we already seen when it comes to God of War Ragnarok. We got first announced, we got a teaser, and back in the PlayStation, showcase thing. And then the next time we saw the game, we actually got a gameplay story trailer. And regardless of all of the hurdles that they're going to, coming upon with, Chris Judge being, hurt or injured, and then you have COVID. They're still efficient, man. They're still putting out work because with something like that, you would think the game ain't even coming out in 2022.
Well, not even just
But
that, but the man going through all that surgery, is he Superman or something? Because he kind of healed up real very quickly. So it's
yeah.
like Jesus.
Oh, he sat in the sun. He sat in the sun.
Yo,
And
that
just
man
chilled.
sat in the sun, man. That man is Superman Prime out here, boy. Good.
Yeah, man. Because there was a lot shown in that trailer, man. It wasn't just
Yeah.
like a 1 minute. Oh, here's God of War, and yeah, it's coming out 2022. Yo, they showed a
A
lot in that
4 minute
goddamn
trailer.
trailer.
This was a 4 minute
Yeah, it
trailer,
was like
bro.
a almost 4 minute trailer. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, you guys are still producing. Yeah, they didn't give it like a concrete date, but the game's still coming out in 2022, and yeah, that just shows you the prowess that Sony Santa Monica have. Like, yeah, there's going to be hurdles there, or the leadership in general that PlayStation have. There's going to be hurdles there, but they have leaders. they have people in line to help when these things happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm super excited for Ragnarok. And I can't wait to play it, man. Shout out to Chris Judge
Let me ask you
for
a
actually
question. Do you feel,
being upfront with that.
after hearing what Chris Judge was going through, do you feel kind of bad for feeling disappointed in the fact that it was delayed?
No, I don't feel bad as or disappointed as being delayed. Yeah, I want to play the game, but even without the announcement of Chris Judge, um, it was on. All right, so there's two parts to me, right? I was saying that yeah, I want to play this game right now, but in the back of my mind, I always knew that this game wasn't gonna come out until 2021. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like I always had that in the back of my mind, like yeah, this possibly is gonna get delayed. But him just announcing that, yeah, my stance is still the same. I'm just more sympathetic, because yeah, this man got hurt. He's still doing his job. He's still working. But yeah, it was part of the reasoning of the game being delayed. I feel like if he wasn't hurt, we we'd have got a date and we'll be playing God of War Ragnarok soon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah,
I think if he wasn't hurt, we probably would have got God of War and launch. I'm not even kidding.
I don't think we would have got it launched, but I think we'd have got it probably. I think we'd have probably got it either. What we're in October now? Yeah, we'd have
Yeah.
probably got the game. We'd have probably got the game.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah, like I said, I'm really happy that he's transparent, and I was always understanding of the delay given the circumstances of the climate that we were in, and at the fact. But listen, just because I was understanding doesn't mean I wasn't still also disappointed. I really want to play this game, right? I really
Yeah,
do, but I
absolutely.
but
You
I
can be
understand.
understanding and be disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to specify that because a lot of people in the community they'll say, oh well, you have to understand. It's like I do understand, but that doesn't mean I'm happy. Like I'm disappointed. Like I really want to play this game,
Yeah.
but I do understand again the circumstances, the climate, and things like that. But also seeing this with what Chris Judge said, that kind of takes it to the next level where I'm like, yo, damn, like it kind of gives credence to the whole. You never really know what people are really going through in life type of ordeal.
Yeah.
And
Devs and they, voice actors, they have lives too, and they
yes,
go through shit.
yes, 100%. So, I do appreciate the Sony Santa Monica devs. I do appreciate, Chris Judge being honest and forthcoming and whatnot about that. And I can't wait to play the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a collector's edition. I'm double dipping, right? Like I'm gonna support the hell out this game. I can't wait for it to come out in 2022. And to Corey Barlog, Eric, Chris Judge, the entire Sony Santa Monica team. We here at WUPS, What's Up PlayStation, we appreciate you. And
Yeah, we definitely
thank
definitely
you.
want to talk to them as well, man.
Oh yeah,
You
hundred
know what I mean?
percent.
I want to say boy to Chris Judge one
Boy,
time. You know what I mean?
exactly. Facts, yo. So yeah, man, that was I think that's the topic, man. That's the show. Bari, how you feeling?
I think we had one more. Let me just make sure. We had one more super chat here. Oh no, no, we're good.
No, we're good? Okay. Um Bari, it has been a very eventful day.
Yeah,
To say the
yeah.
least. I will say this too, man. I'm glad that you and I are taking this journey, man. I wouldn't have it any other way than to have my boy Bari here with me. While we
Absolutely.
while we both kind of build up WUPs and make these monumental hit these monumental milestones, man. So shout out to you, Bari. Shout out to the chat, to the audience, to the people that listen. Shout out to the new subscribers. We hope you enjoy your stay here at What's Up PlayStation. A lot more
Hmm.
great things in the works. Trust me. And like I was saying to Shawn during our interview, Bari and I thought we were going to get that caliber of interview much later in our podcast journey. The fact
Yep.
that it has come this early, pause, um, means that the sky really is the limit from here. And so, I
Yeah,
can't wait.
like a interview like this. Hopefully people understand and see the vision that we have set out for what's up PlayStation.
Yes.
But I think you guys already know. You guys already know. You guys already understand. And just today, reading the comments and seeing how the chat was, seeing how the mods were doing what the
Oh
mods
yeah, it
do.
was
Yo,
sniper.
real
I see
talk,
some
man.
snipes in there, bro.
Yeah, yo, trust me, man. Yo, we appreciate all of that, man. You guys taking the time, retweeting and sharing the stream out. Like, yo, that means a lot to us, man. And like we said before the show or the interview, that hopefully we made you guys proud.
Yeah,
Um, with this episode. It's
yeah,
gonna be a very monumental episode. So
absolutely. Listen, guys, the guest pool is so large. It's so many people. We're working to get on the show. Trust me, it's gonna be
yeah.
magical. It's gonna be magical. But yo, listen, guys, it is late in the day. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Get into these outros. Starting with you, Barry, man. Give people your outro. Let them know what you got coming to your channel, respectively, and talk to the people.
Yes, sir, man. So yeah, basically, man, we appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to all the new subscribers, everybody that have super chatted. Like I said, we're continuing, episode 55 because we want to show you guys respect as far as with the super chats and stuff like that, and just talk about the stuff that we wanted to talk about through the show. But we also wanted to respect Shawn's time. We
Yeah.
know he couldn't have stayed here all day, talking to the best lisp and Mr. King of Queens over here
Oh
all
yes.
day.
Oh yeah.
But nah, man. Basically, I'm gonna be rewatching the interview, and getting some information, probably some stuff that I missed there. But like I said, it was very insightful, man. A lot of information was in that interview, and most likely I probably re-talk. I'm going to talk about it again on my channel, probably like Speak from the Heart,
Mm-hmm.
and just probably do one of those shows as far as like gauging your guys' opinions as far as how the show went, how the interview went, and stuff like that, man. But yeah, that's pretty much for me, man. Jay Bari, YouTube, Jay Bari _ on Twitter, and like episode 55, man, is in the books. Great show. Thank you guys once again. And we'll see you guys next time. Same place, same two people. There we go.
Yeah, man. For me, guys, you know me, man. I'm Persona. My channel is Gaming with Persona. My Twitter is at Persona Speaks. Listen, appreciate y'all so much. Monday's show is gonna be amazing. When Persona Speaks on Monday is gonna be great. Do not miss that. That's gonna be such a great show. And yeah, man. For me, when Persona Speaks, I'm actually. It's been 3 weeks, guys. We're already in October. I'm putting up the rest of these Tales of Arise boss fights. Fuck that. Like, you
As
feel
you
me?
should.
I'm putting them up, man. All right. It's been 3 weeks. I'm sorry. I waited long enough because I want to start putting these Kena Bridge of Spirits boss fights up, but I don't want to have everything all out of order like that of how they're uploaded. So yeah, these Tales of Arise fights are going up, man. So a lot of content there. COD Sundays tomorrow. I'm streaming. I don't know if Bar's gonna stream or come through, but hopefully he does. And those in the community, you guys can come through as well. COD Sundays. And listen, man, I mean this with all sincerity. And I think I can speak for Bari as well when I say this. You know, I know we keep saying it. It's because we mean it. We appreciate you guys. We really, really do. And like me and Bari has said since the beginning, since we first started this show, this is a PlayStation podcast that we want the community to be proud of, right? It's a show for fans by fans, right? Got two dudes from New York who just love gaming first and foremost, but also love the joys that PlayStation brings to the community, right? So that's what this show is, and that's what it's always going to be, from now all the way to when we get to 1 million subs, right? Um, we're always going to be here and remain the same. And we appreciate those that support us from our first sub all the way up to, you know, everyone here now. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed this show. We hope you enjoyed the Shawn Layden interview. I'm hungry as fuck. So,
Yeah.
listen, we're going to get up out of here, man. Be safe. Enjoy the weekend. And enjoy some games. Have fun. And be safe,
Yeah, I see
guys.
some spaces already up.
Yes, I
So I'm about to
do.
be listening in.
Yes, sir. And
And we'll catch you guys next time.
yes, sir. We out, guys. Peace.